while I was working with Dr. Brown, I took a class in medical entomology from Dr. Cluff Hopla. And I enjoyed it so much that I decided to stay at OU for my PhD as well, and worked with Dr. Hopla on, in the field of medical entomology. I worked with Rocky Mountain spotted fever and ticks, and what role cotton rats played in maintaining Rocky Mountain spotted fever in Oklahoma, which also was very fascinating. And Dr. Hopla was an incredibly interesting person to work with. Again, like Dr. Brown, he traveled all over the state, and I got to see many of the places in Oklahoma, and he had a research study site out in Caddo County where we would stay for long periods of time and work on his swallow colonies. And it was just a fascinating experience. I think my favorite memories at OU were the field trips we took in the zoology department, as well as the research trips that also were in the field. In particular, I remember with Dr. Hopla, at the time it seemed like it was pretty tough work, but we worked on his research project in Caddo County, and we got to stay in an old house out in the country that had electricity but no running water, so we kept water in a rain barrel, and we stayed out there all week. I remember we wouldn't take a shower for a week. It was always great to come home on Friday night and get a shower, but we worked from sunup to sundown, and Dr. Hopla was quite a taskmaster, but looking back, we had some wonderful experiences doing that work. Well, probably one of the things I was most embarrassed about and worried about at the time was that we were headed to Dr. Hopla's research site in Caddo County, and he would always let me drive the school van. And so I was going through Tuttle, Oklahoma, and I got picked up doing, I think, 85 miles an hour on the west end of Tuttle, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to be in tremendous trouble with the department. But it turned out nobody said anything. But I lived in fear for 2 or 3 weeks that I would get in trouble for speeding in the school van, but nothing happened. So. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is that I've been able to take what I learned here with both my master's and my PhD work here at OU, and I've been able to use that in my current job, which is in public health. I work for the Centers for Disease Control. And what I find is that the education I got while I was at OU really gave me a broad background in a variety of different fields. Perhaps I became a jack of all trades, master of none to some extent, but it served me very, very well in my current job, which is I'm chief of the Flea-Borne Diseases Activity at the Centers for Disease Control. I think that's the thing I would, really tell students is to persevere, because when I ended up getting the job at the Centers for Disease Control, I was about ready to give up and do something else, but I stuck with it, finally got this job offer. And each time I wouldn't say it was because I was brilliant or anything like that. It was mainly just I put myself in a position to take advantage of an opportunity, and then I also had a fair amount of luck. But if you don't stick with something and try to persevere and stay with it, you won't have a chance to take advantage of an opportunity when it comes your way.